So we just gonna do it this way, and then it's just gonna be a live podcast that way, and then we just gonna post it, and we gonna get to it that way.
That's cool.
All right.
So that's how I was able.
I know. I don't know what happened. We was getting into it though.
Right, I was ready to be on Spotify, but we'll revisit it. We ain't gonna trip.
Definitely. So I was saying, with your parents basically laying the blueprint out for you into this entrepreneur lane, was the transition for you easy?
As far as from working full time into entrepreneurship?
Yeah, was the transition from that easy for you, or was it still like you was in that worker's mindset and you had to you needed a restart?
Well, sorry y'all. If y'all wondering what the rumbling is, it's getting my headphones. Because I'm like, since we get on my phone now, it'd just be easier if they connect on me. Now connected.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely. Loud and clear.
Just a little patient. Okay, perfect. So as far as the transition, it was challenging just because of the work wise. As far as me making the decision and wanting to and having the desire, that part is easy. It's just as far as taking those steps, the strategic steps, the methods that it actually takes and the requirements, that leg work and that elbow grease, that's where the transition got challenging for me because I was new, I was young, and I'm still, and then if I'm being transparent, I was also in that time still trying to build the confidence in myself to know that I can do it, to even do the research, to do the study, and to do all that I did. So, yeah, the transition is worth it. Just like my sister was saying in her interview, just saying like it's worth it. And it ain't no joke out here. It ain't no joke out here.
At all.
It's
real cutthroat. It's definitely
real strong, definitely survive.
Definitely. And you definitely are strong one, so I know you're going to survive in this game. So for a long time to come.
Lord have mercy.
You ain't going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. No time soon.
You know what I'm saying? None of us, for real, because we got each other, and that's the blessing.
Definitely. I love the fact that we have a support system that we can fall back on anytime we need help. So,
absolutely.
That's another thing that people need, when starting up a business. You need people around you who got the same mindset.
People. Exactly.
You need them people around you. That
way,
man, ain't nothing like
a village, a community, whatever you want to call it, build that. I mean, what our parents always tell, 2 minds is better than one. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and that made me think that could be a topic too, just as far as talking about like learning how to work together, work with your people, especially if you have people in your family and that's close to you already, that's as like-minded as you. Y'all may not be asking each other the right questions and having the right conversations.
Right.
They got the same goals and desires.
Exactly.
So, we all got to dig into that. We in a different set of times, y'all.
It's the time for us to take over. A lot of us is waking up too. A lot of us is definitely out here trying to make it happen, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every bit of it.
For sure.
Sure.
Especially. Okay.
So how did you come up with the name Health and Simplicity?
Health Simplicity was born honestly through my own personal health journey. So when I started, which was about 3 years ago, and basically what I wanted to learn was, my goal in starting my health journey was to learn the simplicity in health. Like, what were the basic things I needed to do, like on a daily basis, to build a healthy lifestyle so that I can start making the big leaps and doing bigger things so I can expand, just my my diet in general. I knew I
Right.
would have to start with the basics. So just learning learning the basics of health, which I call the simplicity in health. That's how I came up with health simplicity, because once I learned how simplistic health can be, all it
Mm-hmm.
requires is pretty much consistency. I knew
Right.
that was and then when I would get questions, like when people ask me how I lost weight and everything like that, and how I got the results that I got, I
Mm-hmm.
simply go back to that, like just doing the basics, keeping it simple, and learning the simplicity in health. So that's kind of from there. I was just, at first, the original name was The Simplicity in Health, and it was too long, and I narrowed it down to Health Simplicity.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I
It
like that.
was a breakdown. It took me a while to get there, because for the longest I did not have a name. I had the business. I
Mm-hmm.
had no clue what the name was gonna be. I didn't know what I wanted it to be. I was just like, "Er, like we just gonna be doing consultations around here, Kid G."
Man. So how did can you tell me a little bit more about Kia's Magnificent Tea?
Uh-oh. 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 Man. I I would love to, for real. It's like where to start. But just a little bit more about the tea. So again, just another facet of my health journey. I was big on daily detox, and tea is actually one of my favorite beverages. Like, if I have a favorite beverage, it's tea. I really like it. I love water. I love tea.
Definitely.
So tea is my favorite beverage. So I'm always drinking tea. So
Mhm.
that definitely was me. I always wanted to try different teas, and my mom, she made us tea when we was younger, so I kind of knew how to make some just from younger, because I've been drinking tea since, like, for as long as I can remember. So
Mhm.
I know, like, a lot of the health benefits, and I know the benefits of tea. So just with me just having knowledge of it, so that just really, the business was came about just by simply me experimenting with me wanting to have a daily detox. Because with me being on my health journey, I wanted to make sure I wanted to detox every day, and I was getting my body to the normal functions that it needs to be, so it can function on its own and do what it needs to do its job. So I want to do my job so my body can do its job. The teas came into a great role with that. So from there, things kind of blew up. I started with my sea moss tea. As you all
Mhm.
know, it's the antidote. That's
Definitely.
number one. That's the best seller. Like, for real, it's
Def-
crazy, because that was my most different one. Like, a lot of people, when I made my sea moss tea, it was so many of my customers that nobody even had sea moss ever, like, before, which
Wow.
was crazy to me, because I'm like, you had sea moss, and I thought I was coming in late, because I've only had sea moss when y'all introduced it to
Right.
me, and what, this was like maybe like 1 or 2 years ago.
Mhm.
So so that one just took off. I just started sharing it and whatever, like, just when I have company, or when I just be out and anything. So I started getting a lot of good feedback from it.
Okay.
So from I started selling them, because one of my friends, she had a hair salon, and she had asked me, did I want to start selling them at my hair salon? She was like, your teas are really good. She was like, you really should, like, start selling them. And because I'm sitting over there like, girl, I'm just trying to get detox in. I'm just happy that it's making me stay on point. I'm
I
like,
hear you.
but honestly, back then, I'm talking about back then. This was just like a year ago, barely that. But even back then, I really did not think, I'm like, I don't think they worth selling, or to that. But I was completely wrong. So I had took my first little batch over to my friend's salon. They cleared out, time, and I was just like, oh, okay. So then after that, I got excited, and the next thing I knew, I had 6 tea flavors, 2 through
Man,
lemonades, and I
man.
was going from here to there, selling them here, having tea tastings there. So, and I really just wanted something I really wanted to make anything that I do with my health and wellness brand, is really, I want to teach people how to really learn the simplicity and health, so they'll be encouraged all the time to lead a healthy lifestyle, so they
Right.
can be consistent, so they can stay encouraged and keep it up, because it's important. Like, people real life sick out here, people dying is just are unhealthy, and having bad health conditions for, like, no reason. Some of this can be avoided, and it's just like, I feel for people. So it's just like, I've lost family members due to disease, and not having having health issues due to the lack of leading healthy lifestyle. So it hit home for me in certain areas too. So the teas come in a great way, because I know everybody like a good little convenient thing. I know teas are pretty convenient. Beverages are pretty convenient in general. So if you can put a bunch of healthy in a cup, you're gonna find a few people that's gonna drink it. So that's what I did.
Man, you definitely did, because them teas is fucking fire.
Ah,
They are fire. I
look,
love your
I said, I
teas.
know somebody gonna drink this.
Man, I love your teas. Your teas is amazing.
Thank you. I
I love your
appreciate it.
teas. I love
I
them.
appreciate the love, y'all. Like y'all just don't understand. That's why I stay in that kitchen. That's why I stay in that lab. It's for all of us.
Man, man. So how has it been with dealing with COVID, with your business? Has your business taken a hit? Have you been able to push through whatever obstacles COVID has presented? What's been going on as far as that?
COVID kind of birthed the tea, my kids' magnificent teas. Because I launched my tea line in the mid, like right at the beginning of COVID, like right when people was just like in need of it, and um, COVID was an adjustment. I won't say it didn't hurt my business at all. It hurt them pockets because I got let go from my job. I was working full time at the time, and
Right,
my pockets got hit, but it did challenge me in the positive ways, and it definitely pushed me in that direction that I was already heading in, need to head in. Because I was dragging my feet a little bit anyway. Because I'm at that point in my life where I know I have to do. I just know what I have to do. I just have to do it. So
right,
COVID just kind of just put me in that position where yeah, you gonna sink or swim. Like
right,
you ain't got
exactly,
no job.
exactly.
What you gonna do? So
What you gonna do, coach? You got to get out here and make it happen.
hello.
You got
So
to.
that's
You
kind of
got
how that
to.
happened. So COVID, it challenged me. It's just been an adjustment, and
Okay.
yeah. So I just and just really adjusting and making sure we just everybody keeping their boundaries too, and adjusting to the new way of life. We have to all adjust to too. That's to add another layer on it. So
Man, man, I'm glad to see that you prospering during these tough times too.
yeah, I'm
I'm
glad to see
loving
that we all are, and I just hope
it.
that
Yeah,
everybody just continue to say stuff. Like at this point, you just want to share some knowledge every time you see somebody.
every
You
time,
just want to let
every
them know
time,
something they need to know. Like,
every time, every time.
like,
So, do you have any advice for the women jumping into this lane? Black women or women in general, however you want to approach this?
yeah. Let's see. I actually wrote notes down for this question. So definitely pray before you do. You know, you don't be afraid to follow your instincts.
Mm,
Trust yourself. So yeah, one is pray, two is trust your instincts, trust yourself. Believe in yourself. All of that encompasses, trusting your instincts, believing in yourself. You are, you're not going we lie to ourselves at the same time. We can lie to ourselves and trust ourselves. So just don't just like you're not scared to lie sometimes. Don't be scared to trust yourself.
right.
Um be confident even when
Mm,
you your only cheerleader. Like confidence is going to be huge. You're going to need it. I'll be lying if I said you're gonna get somewhere without it. You're going to
right,
have to give yourself that boost even when you don't want to give yourself that boost. That's just what comes with the territory of being you. That's what comes with your authenticity. You got to stand for that regardless. You can't just fall
right,
for nothing.
right,
um be fearless and golden in who you are. We all have to, and I feel like being fearless, that encompasses all things we need. Having that strength and having everything that embodies everything I was just talking about. Don't operate in fear, but operate in your faith. Operate in what you know and what you believe and what you desire for yourself. And let of course, hopefully, is aligned with God's will for you. Other than that, don't be fearless in your dreams and don't be afraid to dream and believe that that can be you and that can happen to you, because those are the very thoughts that's going to delay you in something you're going to do anyway. Because, even if you dive into destiny with it, I wasn't going to throw that in there, but since we kind of in that whirlpool, you got to think about what's already set out for you to happen. Things are predestined. So what's already set out for you to happen? Your purpose is your purpose. What you set out here to do, is what you set out here to do. So you're gonna
right.
do it eventually. You just kind of have a decision into when that's going to be. And
Hmm.
it could be sooner down the line, or you can down the line of regret or progress. And just
Right.
don't be afraid to make that decision, women, male or female. And
Mhm.
just really shout out to my women for real, because you know we we make the world go around. and
I'm telling
everything in it.
I'm
And it's
telling
just like, don't let this world belittle you. We live in a world where that happens sometimes and didn't in multiple aspects. And don't lose sight of your light. Know that you are the light and that whatever you have to offer is worthy. And if
right,
anybody that doesn't see that, know that that's okay. Always see that in yourself though. So if somebody else don't see what you see, you always know what's fact. So,
right,
and it gets rough like that in business because we deal with intimidation while still trying to fight through whatever adversity that we have as far as dealing with stereotypes,
mm-hmm.
not having the lacking experience and trying to build up and being new and not well seasoned in certain areas and still trying to grow and this and that and the other. And then while seeking mentorship, you get it's just different experiences that you're going to need. So you want to keep your essentials on you. You want to keep your shield on you, your confidence, your prayer, your faith, your strength, those things that's going to keep you your why, your whole purpose in general, why you started, because those are the reminders you're going to need to keep pushing, especially through those hard times. And your hardest times are usually, and this is another thing, and this is for all entrepreneurs and all my leapers out there, is that through those times where you're struggling to get over that hump, the moments where you don't feel like it, the moments where you want to give up, the moments where you just hurting so bad, 9 times out of 10, if I'm not mistaken, it is gonna be the moments where you really gonna have to push through, but that's gonna be one of your biggest sacrifice toward the shit you're working for. Excuse my
Right,
French, towards the stuff you're working towards. So
mm-hmm.
that's just a transition step. It's just a step up. You going in the right direction. That's just another step. And sometimes, in life, stuff just takes steps. We gonna get those overnight things, and we gonna get those things. It's gonna take a little while. It's gonna take a little. It's gonna take a little elbow grease. It's gonna take a little leg work, and just
Yeah,
know that's okay. And just never stop believing in yourself and what you have. It's because I'm the person I've gotten where I am today because one thing I never stopped doing. I never stopped believing in my gift. I may sleep on my gift. I may procrastinate on my gift, but I've never slept on my gift, and I've never lacked knowledge on what I've truly been capable of, and I believed in that. I embarked on my entrepreneurship journey when people telling me I was crazy. I was trying to already quit my job fresh out of college. Before that, I went into college knowing what I wanted to do, which is why I ended up majoring in what I majored in. So I can
okay.
tackle those goals fresh out. I just thought I needed a degree just because of society and everything that I was doing. I really could have gone without. I was ready for entrepreneurship for a very long time. And I just kept feeling myself like, can't nobody tell me. And it was people that told me like I didn't have that. When I talk about entrepreneurship in high school, people be like, so you're not going to get a job? No, not unless I have to. I mean, maybe make a little money, maybe make a little change, but overall, that's all temporary. In the end, I'm working for
Definitely.
myself. In the end, I'm
Facts.
getting them residuals. In the end, I'm at
Facts.
home with my
Facts.
kids.
Say that
Like,
shit.
I'm not.
Say that shit.
So it was just like, it was really, so I just really want people to know that, like, do not lose sight of your gifts because those are your gifts, and the things everybody else can't tell you. So,
Exactly.
you got to remember that and you can't lose sight of that because the second you do, that's when shit starts to go around. And I'm speaking from experience. So, you really have to push through those adversities, any type that you come across in your life
Right.
whenever. And it's
Mm,
you worth the fight. You are worth it. And that's something I
definitely.
like to remind myself often because it's just like, and even in my hardest of time, that was one of the main things I had to tell myself because you would just get to tweaking one day and just really you be ready to settle or be complacent. And you should never feel like that. You don't lose those desires. If you feel that desire, then you got to go back to the drawing board and figure out where you fell off at because
Right.
that can't be an option.
Right.
So that's pretty much
Yeah,
what I put out there. Y'all take some of that and y'all do what you need with that. I know that
man.
was a lot, but I hope something
Hey,
sizzle. I hope so.
it
It's
was
gonna
a
be
lot,
some
but it was
sizzling in the
definitely well
spirit.
needed. It was a lot. It was well needed, though. I appreciate all of that. You definitely dropped some gems and some knowledge right there.
I hope so. I
Man,
try.
hey.
Shout out to the parentals and my
Man,
village,
man.
my loved ones. People say who got to take the time out to tell me a thing or two. Sure.
Man, you gotta listen, you know. They did it
So
before. There's others that did it before we started doing it anyway. We just got to do it better than
we
they
know
did.
something.
That's it. That's all we're
Man,
doing. Taking whatever they taught us and just making it better. That's it.
for sure.
That's it, and
Basically,
that's
like,
all.
look, don't make the same mistakes I made. Like, look, we did this back then. You know, we got
Right.
this the right way. We got some of the right ways, but we got some of them wrong. I'm gonna need you to do the opposite.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
just bring it straight like that. I'm gonna need you to do the opposite of
Exactly.
this one. You can't go down like that.
So, so being this is like a cannabis friendly show, you know, we're gonna have to get into this.
Yeah,
What are
I'm
your
already knowing.
what are your takes on cannabis use, and do you think the government has handled it well as far as legalizing it the way they have, you know, with certain states being legalized and other states still not even close to being legalized?
No, I'm gonna answer the question backwards because it's easier. Because I do want
Okay.
to touch on the government. As far as the government, I feel like it's tricky with them because I question what's really a priority for them. Because
Right.
when you putting it on the market, are you putting it on the market with the communities, the society, the people of the society's health in the forefront? That they can really get the benefits that cannabis truly have to offer? Or do you see it as another market that you can benefit off of financially because you see that's a line, you see that's a market now? And it's
Right.
just because, and I question it, you know, in addition to what history shows, I question it another reason because all it don't even they don't even keep it in its natural state. You do all
Mhm.
the other stuff to it and everything like that. So you taking away from the natural benefits that it already has, putting your recipe on it. So
Right.
really, where your mind at? So
Right.
that's why I'm just like, I'm not really feeling it to be on there. I personally feel that people should seek it on their own because
Mhm.
your health, you know, is going to help you best. Do your research, and if you want to seek a professional, what you consider that is as far as your health goes, or if you want to rely on the government's resources when it comes to that, you know, then that should be your option. It's
Mhm.
just like with all the dictatorship over it, as far as the government go. I don't like it too much because I don't like the way they handling it. Maybe if they handle it differently, um, yeah.
Yeah.
So and then as far as the first part, you said, what are my thoughts on cannabis in general?
Mhm.
Is that the part? I mean, I do have an herbal tea line. I mean, it's not like all kinds of herbs. Herbs here, herbs there, herbs everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed.
So, you
So,
know, I believe in holistic benefits. I believe in that's part of the family. You know what I'm
facts.
saying? I've seen stories, I've seen testimonies of people who have benefited greatly from cannabis. So, you
Facts.
know, and at least that's something that we can naturally rely on. You know, health
Facts.
wise,
Yeah.
we can't say that
Facts.
about a lot of the medicine out here, but you know, I'm a man my business.
I don't know, right? You just gonna sip on that KMT, huh? That's all you gonna sip on that KMT, huh?
You know, just I'm gonna leave it right there and do that. That's right, exactly.
So,
I just want everybody to go for the greater good. That's all.
definitely, I feel you on
Aim
that
for the
one.
greater good.
So, have you ever thought about incorporating cannabis into your teas, or you'll cross that bridge when it comes?
Um, I play around with. I play around with me. I start usually anything that I try as far as the recipes goes. I try it on myself first, and if
Hmm.
it's like requested, now for the future, maybe I don't see it not being because I see people asking for it. I see myself probably even want to try it.
Right.
Hey, so
Right.
it's just like I don't. Yeah, it's probably gonna happen because, like
Mhm.
I said, it's natural. So it's just like I'm all about, it, especially after I do my research and if God forbid, you know, not even God forbid, Lord willing, to have some actual benefits that I can actually offer through the line. I wouldn't mind because, like I said, you know, it's testimonies out there. I wouldn't mind adding to
Oh, okay. Definitely. You know, I'm gonna be the first guinea pig,
them.
so
Lord, like, oh, you got that there?
you
Let
got
me
that
out
now?
there for like. Cheers.
Definitely, definitely. So, uh, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to let you, you know, I'm gonna have to get on up out of here, and you know, we're gonna have to end this. But before we get up out of here, do you wanna do you have any new product that you about to drop? Do you have a new menu? Do you have any shout outs?
Mm,
Anything? This is all Kia. This is all you. I ain't gonna say nothing else. It's all
okay.
you.
I
All you.
did say I was gonna do a little exclusive, little tippy tip. Well, okay, so I'm really excited about this one. So just for my brother here, I'm gonna drop this one for y'all. So for him having me on this show and allowing me to just really talk about my platform and myself a little bit, which I greatly appreciate, because
No
I
problem.
love to talk. So
No problem.
give me the
No problem.
opportunity. I appreciate it. So something new with Health Simplicity, which is just a brand, and Health Simplicity is an umbrella. And under that umbrella also holds Kia's Magnificent Teas. So we do have a new flavor dropping. I'm still figuring out the name, so I'm not gonna drop it just yet. But
Okay.
it is a strawberry hibiscus tea.
I love
It is
hibiscus.
so good,
Oh
and
my
I'm gonna
God.
tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what it tastes like. I'm gonna tell you what it tastes like. I should have y'all guess. Because, like I said, I was just saying earlier in my life how I've been wanting to master this recipe. And I finally have. And it tastes like Kool-Aid, y'all.
Oh shit.
Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid like we was kids.
Kool-Aid tea?
I hope my
No.
witness still on here. Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Hundred. But yeah, it tastes just like Kool-Aid. And I was praying and hoping, y'all. It tastes like the tropical punch, but better.
man. I can't wait to try because I love me some hibiscus.
Oh, hello. I love me some Kool-Aid. I love me some Kool-Aid. Okay. I needed
My
this. I
God.
needed this strawberry biscuit. It came through.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I
and
can't
I'll
wait.
tell y'all what's in it. So it has fresh hibiscus flowers, fresh strawberry tea herbs, and elderberries. And of course, and I also add fresh lemon juice, which give it a nice look. It just brings all the binding of the fruit together. And of course, I'm sweetening it with agave, y'all. So
Oh, God, yes, yes, indeed. Oh, I
it's
can't wait
so
to try
good.
this.
I'm
I
excited
can't wait.
I'm excited to drop this one. I
I
can't
can't
wait. The kids gonna go woo woo. I might make some popsicles out these. The kids about to go woo woo. The
You
block
need a
about to be hot.
you need a commercial for this one.
Man.
That sounds amazing. That sounds so fire right now.
Oh man. Y'all ain't ready. Oh,
Oh,
so yeah, that's my exclusive, y'all. Okay, so shout out. I got a few Jesus. I'm gonna go through them fast. Okay, so Sam's Incorporated, which is my family business, with my family, with my mom and my sisters. Dria's Fragrance Oils, which is also our other family business that I share with my mom and my sisters. Shout out to my Auntie Creations by Fee, Health Simplicity, Healthy Vibes,
facts,
RSVP, as well
facts,
as Heavenly
facts,
Thousand Libriana. I
facts.
want to go Rise Unity. I really want to give you I want to give
Thank
you
you. I
an
appreciate
applause.
it.
That's been
I
delayed
appreciate it.
because
I appreciate you.
you
I
holding it
appreciate
down on
you.
the podcast tip, like for real.
I
And I
appreciate
really
you.
appreciate you, and I appreciate what you're doing for people on our platform that's trying to grow and be involved in something positive. Thank you for providing
Definitely.
that seat,
No
especially
problem.
for us. Okay, I remember
Definitely.
Bravo, bro. So
Definitely.
BHBA
Mm-hmm.
Beauty Essentials,
Mm-hmm.
Clutch Life, Blended Beauty, Lonnie Pop Shop, Anali Hair, New Levels, No Devils. And
Facts.
lastly, but not least, Kia's Magnificent Teas, man. Keeping me hydrated throughout this interview. Hello, hello.
Knocking them out, knocking them dead. Yeah.
Hello. I had a whole cup of tea. I hope I didn't be
I'm a-
up too long. But yeah. So I can't wait to do this again.
I can't wait to do it again. You know, I'm gonna have to have all three of y'all.
Oh
And
boy.
y'all don't know who the second one is yet, but I mean, the third one is, but once y'all meet the third one,
Talking about all three of y'all.
wait till y'all meet all three of them, you know?
Boy, y'all
It's
wait. Triple
It's gonna be man, it's gonna be a blast. I can't wait to have all three of them on. It's gonna be probably one of my best shows, honestly.
You know, we might have to do this one in person and record them. Like for
Facts.
real. We might have
Facts.
to really go all out with it and just say bump it.
Facts. Facts.
It's about
Whenever
to be
y'all
a
ready.
vibe.
Whenever y'all ready. I'm down.
Tea on the set, tea on the set, tea on the set. It's about to be lit. We definitely got to get down. So we definitely got it in for y'all. We thank everybody for tuning in for sure.
Yeah, appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. I really do. I love y'all for tuning in, man. You know, my kings and queens, man. I hope y'all continue to strive for greatness. You know, the dream ain't dead. You know, we are the dream. You know, we are the dream. The dream ain't dead. We are the dream. You know what I'm saying? We're going to leave a dream for the next generation, and then the next generation going to do the same thing. Hey, that hell on earth, I don't like that. We're going to turn this to our heaven on earth. You hear me? That's what we're going to do. We're going to bring everybody together. We're going to turn this to our heaven on earth. If you don't want to be a part of that, you can stay your ass over there, and you can have the hell on earth over there. You feel me?
Positive vibes only, and that's for real.
The shit. So,
if
you ain't on the same, you ain't on the same thing we on, to the right you go. I will move you to the left, but my wife's to the left, and I don't want you on the side of her. So.
Oh. Y'all better recognize. Shout out to wifey.
Shout out to her, man. Shout out to, I would put her on, but she'd probably get mad at me because her hair ain't done.
Right.
She definitely just walked away.
Hey, y'all.
Like, nah.
Thank y'all for not doing that. Great show.
Hey, man, but yeah, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Y'all know what I say all the time. Hey, burn one, burn all, smoke to Babylon fall, and we gonna get it from there, man. We gonna keep it pushing. Let's get it.
All right. Y'all be safe out here. Take care.
My love.
My love.
Sitting out in the front, man, meet me on the back street, nigga. Ain't no stopping my play, nigga, get in my way. Right thing got heat, nigga. Nigga tried to hit me for a front. Told him come to the back door. On bro, you don't pay, I'm sending your way. Mama say be